We love working with you to make the lives of your customers easier. What could be more important or more strategic? And as we work with you and you partner with us and you give us all your ideas and we share our ideas with you, together that's just created an amazing collection of capabilities. Since last connection, we've been advancing all those capabilities really across every conceivable part of our platform. And we've reached a point where we have the next generation of the Marketing Cloud that we're very excited to announce and, more importantly, show you today. The rest of our presentation is going to walk through amazing use cases of what the next generation of the Marketing Cloud can achieve. I want to highlight 3 important items for you right now. The first is the next generation of our email. The vast majority of you are using the majority or many of our products, but almost all of you are using email. There are hundreds of thousands of users in our system every day driving email marketing at the highest levels in the industry. We did something really important. We took our engineering team and said, go make that part of our system, that true to the core, where hundreds of thousands of users are there every day, and just make it work really super well. Performance. We have over a 50% across the board performance increase as you navigate screens. That will go live on Friday. Your ideas. We talked to you, our support team, our services team, and we prioritized, get this, 1,000 ideas. 1,000 ideas. We have a list. The first collection of those ideas, your ideas, go live this Friday, and we'll be rolling the rest out through the summer. Adoption. With our platform, everyone gets the same release at the same time. You don't have to do anything. There's no migration. But when a new feature comes along that could be of some substance that needs to be understood, we often give you a switch. You can turn it on when you're ready. Well, we've created an adoption team, half a dozen of our best product managers, to work with our customers' teams to make sure you are using all the latest stuff so you can get all the benefits that we know are there in the Marketing Cloud. Journey Builder. Journey Builder is a transformative product. We're going to see it in action today. We heard in our great customer interviews to start the conference. It just changes the way we think about interacting with our customers. You've asked us to make it easier to create journeys and also just take all the data you already have in our system and just automatically connect that to journeys. So we've done that. The ability to connect journeys just to existing lists and data extensions that you already have, the ability to test journeys before you deploy them, to be able to have journeys at massive scale across all your customer interactions, which includes Sales Cloud and Service Cloud. All journeys are now possible. Next, I'll highlight our advertising. You'll see a lot of great improvements in our advertising capabilities, but there's something in here for everyone in this room. Because what we've done is we've connected your CRM data. We've connected all that information you have about your customers already in the Marketing Cloud to our advertising platform so you can automatically connect to Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and you'll see soon any display advertising network right through the Marketing Cloud. Really, really incredible. We'll see this in action across the breadth of the ways you use the Marketing Cloud. We've always been impressed by all the ways you use our capabilities to engage with your customers. And today, we're going to start thinking about acquisition and how we build awareness and acquire new customers and really showcase our advertising capabilities for capturing new customers. Many of you have sales teams. You have salespeople that are interacting with customers. It could be B2B. And those salespeople need to connect to every marketing process that we have. We'll talk about selling. Onboarding. There's really a special moment in time when a new customer becomes a new customer. What we do next is very important. How do we say thank you? How do we welcome them? How do we initiate them to our products or services? Onboarding, it might be the most critical step in the entire customer lifecycle journey. Engagement. Whether your customers purchase frequently or infrequently, we have to keep them engaged with our brand. We have to keep them involved in what we're doing. We have to be able to understand the journey those customers are on so they stay with us. If we do that well, we get advocacy. where our customers become our best marketing. So that's what we're going to do for our rest of the presentation with 5 amazing customers. I really want to emphasize the transformation that's available for all of us. This ability to put the customer at the center of all of our thinking, to be able to blend the physical and the digital world so we could truly work with that customer at every step of their journey, it is transforming entire industries. There are companies being founded on that premise alone that are disrupting industries. That's what's happening with Uber, Fitbit, Lyft. We could list many, many others. Last year at Connections, we featured Fitbit. As we have all the great conversations we do throughout the year, some of you have said to me, you know, that Fitbit example, that was fun, that was entertaining, I enjoyed seeing it, doesn't apply to us. We don't have a device. We don't have to have someone give their email address to activate the registration. It doesn't apply. I really disagree. I think it does apply. I think believing it doesn't is very dangerous because someone else will figure out how to do it. And if we look at the customers we have that we'll showcase today, these are established companies. These are organizations connecting to their customers in a whole new way, in some cases having had those customers over 70 years. So this is available to all of us. There are no haves or have-nots. And as Coach K said yesterday, let's open our mind and be adaptive and learn from some great case studies. That's why we like to share these customer stories, because it's such great learning. We're going to start with McDonald's. We all know McDonald's. McDonald's would like more customers. McDonald's would like to know the customers they have. They would like them to become identified instead of unidentified. And McDonald's is innovating. They would like their customers to know about cool new products like Create Your Taste, delivery services that are coming. And McDonald's knows that traditional advertising is mass and impersonal. That's not going to help. It's just going to interact in an unidentified way with more unidentified customers. McDonald's understands this transition where we can now have personalized media at scale that identifies and interacts with our customers as people, not cookies. We're going to learn a lot more about this from Shelley Bransten, our Senior Vice President, Retail Strategies. Welcome, Shelley, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you, Scott. Thank you. Good morning. Good morning, New York City. It's so fun to be here. So last year, I was actually out in the audience with all of you. I was fresh off the boat. I had just come over to Salesforce. I spent 16 years prior to coming to Salesforce at Gap Inc., where I ran CRM for all of their brands. And it is the largest customer database in all of specialty retail. And I, like maybe I'll guess some of you, came to conferences like this because I was really interested in one fairly simple but profound idea, which is, you know, how can I use technology to connect to my customers in new ways? And they're like the retail industry, like I'm sure all the industries you're in, there's so much speculation. We had one of the most important venture capitalists, Mark Andreessen, talking about how software was going to eat retail. And then Reid Hoffman, who started LinkedIn, an amazing entrepreneur, said, well, software's not going to eat retail, but retail needs to be repersonalized. And I really agree with that. And at Gap, we were a customer of Salesforce's. I really believe in life. You vote with your feet. I got this opportunity to come over here and do this at Salesforce. And now I'm up here with all of you today. I have the privilege today of talking about an amazing brand. Scott teed me up, McDonald's, and of course, Salesforce. Now, McDonald's doesn't need a lot of introduction. As I was preparing to talk to you today, I learned they open a restaurant every 15 hours. Every 15 hours. They serve more than 68 million people a day. That is more than the entire United Kingdom. Okay, but we all know McDonald's is big, but as Scott just mentioned, the new frontier is not about scale, it's about personalization. And so for McDonald's, really the challenge is, how do they think big but act small? And they're doing some incredible things. Scott mentioned them. I mean, they've got this Create Your Tasters campaign. You can customize your Big Mac if you want. You can create your own sundae. They're doing delivery so that McDonald's can come to you. They've got all these incredible things they're doing about creating transparency about their ingredients. They have to do that. And so the key for McDonald's is they need to tell people about this. And, you know, traditionally we would think, even a year ago, we talked about two-screen living. I know I'm like this. I'm watching TV. I've got my iPad on my lap at night. And what we learned actually from Flurry Mobile is actually last year, for the first time, our phone has eclipsed our television in terms of where we're spending our time. We are now, I'm sure many of you are, we're spending 3 hours a day on those phones. And so that is our first screen. And so for McDonald's, it's really about how do I tell this story of how I'm differentiating and how I'm evolving my brand and be where their customers are. And their customers, 1 out of every 5 minutes, according to ComScore, is spent on Facebook. So I'm going to tell you a story about what they're doing there. They're doing this with us on social.com, which is our personalized advertising platform. This is the place where an identity is key. You know, we think about identity. So Facebook is our personal identity. And Twitter is our identity that we're broadcasting out to the world. And LinkedIn, it's our professional identity. But it turns out it's actually not so easy to coordinate across all these networks and also across all the devices that we're all using. So what McDonald's is doing is they can coordinate this on social.com. And they can reach people. They can reach me across all the devices I have. They know, and they can reach me when I'm at home or I'm at work, I'm from a desktop, wherever I am, and make that content incredibly personalized and localized for me. And then last, I think this will speak to the heart of many of you who do CRM and direct marketing. You know, I grew up in the world where we used to say that I know 50% of my advertising is working. I just don't know which 50%. Well, now, with this platform, McDonald's knows exactly what of their advertising is working and not working. So this is a whole new way to think about advertising. But there's more to this story that I want to tell you. Because McDonald's already has a ton of customer data. Like many of you, we heard about this morning, email is the lifeblood of many of our businesses. And McDonald's has collected data about people who are participating in a Monopoly playoff, people who are doing this Create Your Taste. And so they can leverage this data to drive personalized advertising. And that's our newest advertising product is active audiences. And active audiences is, think about the way in which you could use your CRM data to trigger ads. You could trigger ads on Facebook and Twitter. It's completely integrated with Journey Builder. We did a study, Salesforce, Facebook, and an online retailer last year, and you know what we found? We found that when we send an email in combination with this Facebook and Twitter ads, we get plus 22% conversion. Yep. Plus 22% conversion. Now, I know in my old life, if I had gone back to the office and said, I know a way where we can get plus 22% conversion, people would want to hear that idea. The other thing that we found in this study is that by integrating these two channels, you get plus 77% reach. Marketers, we all know, what are the fundamentals? Reach and frequency. This is a product that allows us to get there. So there's one more thing that I want to share with you, which is incredibly exciting. I get to announce here at Connections 2015. We are now integrating active audiences with all of the best-of-breed display ad networks across the ecosystem so that you can truly reach your customers anywhere, in any app, on any device. What does this really mean? It means that the ad that you're showing on Facebook and Twitter, you can now push into wallstreetjournal.com, ESPN.com, Huffington Post, Shazam, even, believe it or not, the Kardashian game, which I was shocked to learn, has 23 million active users, which is a whole nother tangent I'm not going to go off on today. But now you can literally trigger all of your CRM data to drive advertising. And this really is the complete blend between CRM and traditional direct marketing and advertising. So now let me actually show you how this all works and how we pull this together. So here I am on my Facebook feed. I live in San Francisco, but we're here in Manhattan. And like probably a lot of you, when I'm traveling, I like to scroll through my feed to keep in touch with friends. And here, McDonald's. They've sent me an ad. They're telling me about local delivery here in Manhattan. How did they do that? All right, well, let's go into this. First, we're going to go into the Marketing Cloud. This is the point of view from someone, a marketer at McDonald's. And we've got, this is the one-stop shopping. They've got their email, their mobile, their social. But we're going to create an ad, because that's what we just saw. So let's go over to ads. And we all know in advertising, what's the first thing you need to think about? Who's it going to go to? So let's find our audience. Now, as we know, McDonald's has a huge installed base. They've got people who have personalized and created their taste. They've got people, and there they are. They've got their coffee customers. They've got their Monopoly players. They've got their McFlurry lovers. Okay, but we think that we want to tell these people who are create your tasters about delivery. So we're going to go into that audience. And here, we can start to see, well, we've got a 62% match rate. So basically, we take that existing CRM data, and to 62% of the people, we can go out and we can also tell this message right in Facebook. But what's more, we're probably going to want to find people like them. So we can find lookalike audiences right here. And then always, we're just updating, because this data is always active. Our campaign, our audience size is always changing. OK. So we've picked an audience, we've used our CRM data to do it, but now we've got to actually place the ad. And for that, we go over to social.com. This is where we're going to publish. And here we get all the basic campaign details, McDonald's, local delivery, here we are. And now we're going to get started. And we're going to say, OK, where do I want to place it? Well, I want to place it to that group of people I just found out in active audiences. So I'm going to put them in. But, I actually want to tell this story to more people, people who are eating at fast food or quick service restaurants that are here in Manhattan and might be interested in this. And right here in social.com, I can find quick service restaurant eaters. This is the third-party data integrating back in with our first-party data. And now we've significantly increased the reach of this message. Again, it's this reach and frequency. But we're not done yet. I have one more group I want to tell about this message. And that's the Facebook Audience Network. These are the people in the Huffington Post, the Shazammers, the Kim Kardashian game. I want to tell them about this delivery as well. So we'll pull them in. Now we got to do the creative. Everybody's always going to have a different opinion about what's going to resonate most with customers, what image is going to get that customer to click. So we can test all 4 of these images. We can make sure we're optimized for desktop, for mobile. We can do this all right here. And then last but definitely not least, we need to actually place the ad. We've got to launch it. So they've given me a daily budget of $10,000, which I don't think is enough money, but it is what it is. We're going to upload this campaign, and we're done. We are done. We have created this ad. We've put it out into all these different places. It's so easy. So now here we are. I've told you the story of how McDonald's found me in my Facebook feed. But the story keeps going. Now we see how I was part of their CRM database. I've gotten this email that says, hey, Shelley, we're doing local delivery right here in Manhattan. And then the last, but definitely not least piece, I'm here in my Huffington Post. We've got some interesting things about our leaders, born or raised, and I'm scrolling through, and there, wow, here it is. McDonald's has found me again, right here in the Huffington Post. This is the future of advertising, the complete blend of CRM and advertising at a customer level. That's it. Back to you, Scott.
Shelley, thank you.